All right, Path of Exile community. I have to admit it. I'm completely addicted to this video game. But I have some questions. In this video, I'm just going to ask one. And then at the end, in order to not just ask for some value, I'm also going to add a little bit of value because there's a small tip that I recently learned about the passive skill tree that made some things make more sense. But if anybody could help me understand this particular part of the game, it would help me immensely. Okay, the question that I have is when you're messing with support gems, right? And you want to look at the support gems and, see, what support gems can go on what skills. How the heck do you know that? And also, side note, how do you get into the menu without having an uncut support gem? So you have a support gem, and you go into the menu in this, to my knowledge, only way. And you're like, cool, I'm going to go to all gems. I have this certain amount of skills over on this side, and I'm looking at all the cool options that I have. Here's the question. Is there a way to look at what it supports? The only way I've been able to do it is to actually go in and engrave the actual support and then sort of cross my fingers and hope that it goes on to the skill I was hoping it would support. So that's my question. How do you tell what support gem is compatible with what skill? Okay, so that's my question. If you can answer that, I'll make like another video answering the question so that people like me have a resource to go to. If the answer is just, you can't, that's fine too. I'm not going to play the game any less, I promise. It's too good. On the other side that I promised you, just a little bit of value that has helped me tremendously. When you're going around this tree and you are attempting to decide what path you want to take in this gigantic web of nonsense, I found out that you can see exactly how each one of these nodes are going to affect your current build. So when you're looking at it, like, what does 6% penetration of cold resistance even mean? What does 12% of increased cold damage even really mean? If you didn't know this, it should help a lot. It blew my mind in spite of how simple it is. But as you're going through this tree, if you want to see how it actually affects your build and what you're doing, like right now, all you do is press shift. And when you press shift, it'll actually pull up exactly how it affects what skills. So for example, it looks like this one, 12% increased cold damage would affect my frost bolt, and that's what it would do for my damage per second. And that goes for everything. So for example, this one talking about 30% increased energy shield for the recharge rate and 20% increased mono regen rate. If I press shift there, it actually tells me how much that will increase with like a tangible number, something that actually means something to me, more than just 30%, 20%. It'll tell you all sorts of stuff. I mean, it shows every skill that it affects and how it affects the DPS. So I thought that was pretty cool. It helped me a lot. It helped me kind of navigate this tree a little better without having to constantly go to the second monitor and look up, the different meta builds and which way to go and all that sort of stuff. So hopefully that helped you.